Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. We are still bolding in this side of Kakamega, and I want to say thank you. I have some information that I want to tell you, that you cannot sustain the propaganda that SHA is working. Today, I think the president's team have been given the raw verdict. I've always been saying, away from the press briefings and the statements you give left, right, and center, you need to know what Wanjiku thinks about it. And before I get more into that, I still want to remind you about our project we are doing in Kakamega. Thank you, because we are all set for house one. I think if you check at these mabatis, the fund is already working and the building is and the house is already up. We are hoping that by the end of the day today, the house should be complete. Of course, kesho waweke mabati. And thank you, because now that has really been achieved. Miti, not actually tumenua miti, and then we got the power saw to, of course, to do the piecing, and we already have the logs for the wall. And the house number 2 is where we still have a deficit, because kesho we are supposed to buy mabati for house number 2. We are also supposed to, of course, do the fundi and the windows and the nails. So that is the deficit of what we can do. We are looking at around 40,000 by tomorrow. I think even house number 2 will be done. I'm hoping that tomorrow, Wednesday, both 2 houses will be complete, so that Thursday we get to the final house. And thank you very much for your support. Whereas the deficit we have, we are still pushing through this project in Kakamega. And that is why you can see I'm shooting in this leafy background. Ni huku tu, huku side za huku. And it's very, very interesting. So kindly, let's support. For those who are maybe listening for the first time, these are the women we are actually supporting. Lugunga, yeah, this is Lugunga. So these are the grannies we want to support kwa Jendea. They have been staying here a bit of a while because of the issue of the house. If you look at them in this house where they stay, now this is the typical way the house looks. Ukiangalia hapa juu, hata kukinyesha, it is something that can come down all the time. Now, I think the cameraman can even show you the door. The door is what you can see there. That is how that door looks like. So, of course, they've been getting a bit of support just around here, and we want to build for the 2. Now, if you look at condition in the Kongu, she's also unwell. We actually thought initially of even the wheelchair, but of course she's been a bit of a support system, and we would really also want to be of blessings to her. So we're going to build the 3, and I just wanted to show you a bit of who we are dealing with and who are the people that we really wanted to support. Nadani amesema ataongea.
Mimi hakuna nyumba. Mimi nataka kama Mungu nakubali usaidie nijengee nyumba. Naweza shukuru. Kwa maana hakuna uwezo.
Now, today, the president and his team attended the burial ceremony of Malulu, of Malava, the former member of parliament for Malava, Malulu Injendi. And the Senate Majority Leader, Aaron Cheruiyot, attempted to tell the mourners, or rather praising the SHA about, of course, the operation of the SHA. That has been a hot topic in Kenya today. And I want you to watch this video because the verdict was there. People said, Uwongo.
Kenya, kuhusu bima ya taifa ile ambalo linaitwa Taifa Care, ama inajulikana kama SHA. Wiki iliyopita, Mheshimiwa Rais, tumemuita waziri wa masuala ya afya pale bungeni, na amekuja na ripoti ambayo mimi niliitizama na nikasema ni vizuri ni tafsiri ili tukiwa hapa Kakamega wananchi pia waweze kuelewa. Kwamba tulimuuliza, je, bima hii tangu ianze ni shilingi ngapi zimekusanywa na ngapi zimelipia wananchi? Akatuambia ni kwamba tangu mfumo huu uanze mwezi wa 10 mwaka uliopita wamekusanya bilioni 20 na bilioni 19 imelipia mwananchi wa kawaida bill za hospitali. Sasa mimi najiuliza swali moja. Wewe hapa Kakamega unafuata vyombo vya habari, unafuata kwenye maredio, unapiga kelele kwa mazishi, unasema hii kitu sisi tulisikia haifanyi. Na kuna Mkenya amenyamaza mahali, yeye anaenda hospitali wakati amegonjeka analipiwa bill. Mimi nataka kuwarai hivi, kabla hujaongea, kabla hujapiga kelele, kabla hujapumbazwa na wanahabari ambao wananiambia katika taifa letu la Kenya, jiandikishe kwanza. Wakati utagonjeka uone kama utalipiwa ama hautalipiwa, ndiposa sasa ukuje kuongea mbele ya umati. Hilo asanteni, kwa sababu unajua hapa katika taifa letu la Kenya imekuwa ni watu ambao mara mingi tunazungumza. Huyu mheshimiwa baraza anajua kitu moja. County zetu, mimi ni mtetezi wa maneno ya county. County zetu zilikuwa zinangojea kulipiwa pesa na NHIF kwa zaidi ya mwaka moja. Huyu baraza ni shahidi na anajua jambo hili, kwamba tunapozungumza siku ya leo, serikali zetu za county zimelipwa mpaka mwezi wa Januari, kutokana na wale wananchi wa kawaida wameenda kutibiwa katika hospitali zetu. Kama ni uongo, gavana wenu wako hapa, atasema kama ni kweli ama ni uongo ile nazungumza. Kwa hivyo gavana atasema hapa. Ya mwisho kabisa niseme asanteni kwa nafasi ile ambayo mmetupa. Niseme pole kwa kumpoteza rafiki yetu Malulu Injendi, na niseme Mwenyezi Mungu awabariki mpaka wakati mwingine.
I'm saying I think that is the feedback that the political class should always get. I am even wondering how the Senate majority leader will go to the podium and address the same mourners, telling them about how SHA is working. Well, just yesterday, Musalia Mudavadi was admitting live in that village, in that county, in that constituency of Malava, Musalia Mudavadi made an admitted that SHA have issues. I want to say this. You cannot sustain this propaganda forever. I've listened to Arun Cheruiyot saying that, the SHA has collected 20 billion and 19 billion has been used to pay for those who have gone to the hospitals. That is a total lie, because that is to mean that 10% has gone there. Do you know, as we speak, there was an expose by the Auditor General, who is saying that when you walk to a hospital, 50 shillings of what you spend, hata ukitibiwa na 100 bob, ama utibiwa na 500 bob, 50 shillings goes to pay the SHA system. That's number one.
2.5 yanayotolewa na Wakenya kupitia bima ya SHA yanatumika kulipia mfumo wa teknolojia kupitia akaunti isiyofahamika. Ripoti hii ya mkaguzi wa serikali Dr. Nancy Gathungu pia inaarifu kwa ununuzi wa mfumo huu haukuwa wazi, huku fedha hizo zinazokusanywa zikitumika kulipia gharama yake ya shilingi bilioni zaidi ya 100. Jamila Mohamed anatuarifu zaidi.
Ripoti ya mkaguzi wa hesabu za serikali Daktari Nancy Gathungu ya mwaka wa kifedha 2023 na 24 kuhusu shughuli za serikali imefichua mengi yanayoibua maswali tele. Mojawapo yaliyomo kwenye ripoti hiyo na ambayo inazua hali ya sitofahamu ni kuhusu mfumo wa dijitali wa mpango wa afya ya SHA. Kulingana na ripoti ya Gathungu, mfumo huu wa teknolojia kuhusu huduma za afya uligharimu zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 104.8. Hata hivyo, kulingana na mkaguzi wa hesabu, fedha hizo hazikuwa kwenye bajeti yoyote, na kwamba ulinunuliwa kupitia utaratibu maalum wa ununuzi ulioidhinishwa na serikali. Mbali na hayo, teknolojia hiyo ilinunuliwa bila kuwepo ushindani wowote, kwani serikali ilitafuta mshirika wa moja kwa moja. Kulingana na Gathungu, katiba hapa pia ilikiukwa. Ripoti hiyo pia imefichua kuwa kulingana na mkataba huo, mfumo huo unalipiwa kwa 2.5% kila mwezi na wanachama wa SHA, na kutoka kwa vituo vya afya 5% kwa muda wa miaka 10. Fedha hizo zikielekezwa kwa akaunti isiyojulikana. Na kufikia mwisho wa muda huo, mfumo huo wa teknolojia utakuwa umegharimu zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 111. Hii ikiwa ni bilioni 7 zaidi ya fedha zilizokubaliwa awali. Hii inamaanisha kuwa Wakenya watakuwa wanalipia kitu ambacho hawakuwa na ufahamu nacho na kwamba hawakuhusishwa kabisa katika uamuzi huo. Aidha, ripoti hiyo imeibua maswali kuhusu teknolojia hiyo ambayo ilipaswa kuwekwa katika hospitali na zahanati zote za umma. Ila hakukuwa na ufafanuzi kuhusu idadi kamili ya vituo hivi vya afya. Aidha, kulikuwa na zaidi ya shilingi bilioni 7 ambazo zilikuwa zimetengwa kutoa mafunzo kwa wafanyakazi wa afya kuhusu mfumo huo wa teknolojia. Hata hivyo, hakuna maelezo kwenye mkataba kuhusu ni mafunzo ya aina gani yatakayogharimu kiasi hicho cha pesa.
Number 2, 2.5% of members' revenue. 2.5% of what members contribute, the premium that members contribute, goes directly into supporting, into paying the 104 billion system. So it is not true. And in fact, we are not just owning it. As we talk now, the majority leader is trying to portray as if that SHA is working. But in real sense, what exactly is happening is this. We owe NHIF or private hospitals 30 billion. The private hospitals have said they are not going to treat teachers and they're not going to treat the police. Why? Because of that outstanding bill. Number 2, the problem is very clear. We have 18 million people that have registered for SHA. Out of the 18 million people, 4 million are the ones that have continued to pay. Out of the 8, only 4 million have been paying faithfully. What does it mean? The strategy of collecting money easy from people who are in the formal jobs to pay for the SHA is not working. In the model, government had a commitment of pumping money in that project. Themselves, the share that they were supposed to pump was not paid. They're yet to give their contribution to that scheme. So that scheme is collapsing because, number 1, we had an overambitious plan of collecting money and it has failed. And number 2, you can largely blame the president on this. When the president goes live and speaking to people, the president will only praise people about go and register. And I think the messaging is not much centered. Even today, they're telling people, I think even Kimani Chungwa was saying that you guys should ignore the misinformation and go and register. The president is not insisting and is not telling Wanjiku the truth. Wanjiku needs to be told that after registering, you need to pay faithfully. And if the Wanjiku is not paying, then the few people that have the payroll, whose deductions are deducted automatically from the employers, those ones are paying, but Wanjiku is not paying. And so it is not sufficient to support our healthcare needs. Now, if you want to know there is a fumbling, I have even listened to Sosion was in Citizen TV and was asked this question. You can see the way he was actually dodging the question on the Auditor General.
That 2.5% that has been talked about was just but a mere proposal, and all that will fall in place. A contract is in place. Yes, and all that will fall in place once the regulations are in place.
Mheshimiwa,
so I think in all this ecosystem.
Sorry, Mheshimiwa, are you aware there's a contract between the consortium led by Safaricom and the Ministry of Health?
And it is not even specific about 2.5%. It's not there.
The Auditor General is responding on the contract that she has.
That is why this report of the Auditor General that has come out must be subjected to parliamentary process.
Have you seen the contract?
Those facts will come out.
Mheshimiwa Sosion, have you seen the contract?
Show me the contract.
No, I'm asking you, have you seen it?
Show me the contract. I've seen it.
Sorry, just answer the question. Have you seen the contract?
I have not seen.
The Auditor General says she has
seen the report of the user. I've seen the report of the Auditor General. I've seen the response even of the Ministry.
You doubt the Auditor General?
I doubt the Auditor General.
Why?
Quite a number of facts will not fall in place. I am sure once Parliament oversight this process and the ministry is given a chance, you are entertaining the report of the Auditor General. You are not entertaining the response from the ministry.
Where is
what
the
they've done.
response? Where is it?
Have you sought for it?
No, surely. We can only give you the facts
because we cannot give the country one side of information. And then magnify failure where absolutely there's no failure.
Let's close this.
No, and that's a fact, Sam, because the truth will fall in place.
It's a fact.
I was making my final conclusion.
Sorry, you're out of time. You know you're using facts and truth in the same sentence. I don't know what that means.
You cannot run this thing this way. The whole thing about trying to lie and dodge around it is not working. And I remember when the president was heckled in Embu, he was heckled because of the same SHA thing. He was heckled because of the same SHA. So on Sunday, he was in the Roysambu church and he said that this project, just like others, it has transition problems, and that is why it is not here and there. The problems are very genuine. The claims are not being paid. And the system also have challenges. We've paid money to a system that we don't own, and the Auditor General raised some flags about it. Even if you listen to Gladys Wanga the other way was defending this SHA while speaking in the nation in that fix-it program. And she was only talking about, I don't know, 40% of people in Homa Bay now can access healthcare. Accessing healthcare is not the issue here. The issue here is this, that the government is not paying the claims. And they're not paying the claims. They're not honest, because the reason why they're not paying is amount of money they are collecting, 2.5% of that money goes into paying the digital system.
You know, people just say bring back NHIF. But remember, when we had NHIF, only 6% of Homa Bay people were able to actually access treatment. Now you have 40% of Homa Bay people able to access treatment. There was a lot of shenanigans at the back. And you remember we had an inquiry in Parliament about just the amount of fictitious claims that were being laid out there. So if you ask me, should we bring back NHIF? I would say a big no. If you ask me, should we fix the gaps in SHA, which is reimbursement on time and system downtime, I would say a big yes. Please, let's fix the places where there are problems. And SHA, by the way, now is reimbursing every 2 weeks, giving some money. It's only that the old debts perhaps are also not being, serviced or in good time.
So ODM's position to the Social Health Authority is a thumbs up?
Thumbs up, but fix the problems, fix the gaps. Any new system will have gaps. Fix them. If you fix them, if you manage to fix them and communicate it, we will have the most revolutionary health system that we've ever looked for as a country. Just fix the system downtime and reimburse facilities, whether they are faith-based, whether they are private, whether they are public, reimburse them on time. And by the way, Latif, to reimburse these monies, and there's a third thing I'm going to mention, reimburse them on time, but you see the money, people are paying a lot of money. I'm personally paying quite a bit. I'm sure everybody here is paying quite a bit. But people are saying, where's the
value
for our money? Yeah. So create, and what people are missing is the NHIF super cover, where you had a bit of an enhanced cover for, to be worth your while. So I think we have to go back. I know that SHA said we are not having an enhanced cover. There has to be an enhanced cover to provide value for money for people who are paying more. So that if I pay SHA, I also don't have to go back again and pay a private insurer to keep insuring my health care.
Let me ask you, Governor.
Those are the things.
So you are contributing to SHA yourself?
Yes.
As Gladys Wanga?
Yeah.
Is the taxpayer also helping to contribute for private insurance for you?
No. Yes, of course. In terms of, if Homa Bay is paying for private insurance, yes, the taxpayer is contributing.
Okay. So then why are we paying for you for private insurance and for this SHA at the same time?
So that's what needs to be corrected, so that the SHA has a facility that covers for everything. And that's my position on the matter, that there has to be an enhanced cover to be commensurate to the person paying a lot more money.
The ICT system being used, amount of that money, the remaining amount of that money really is what is supposed to cover the cost. It is not enough. It is not enough. And the president makes a lie. There is a statement he has made, and this statement to me, if I sit in strategic communication on behalf of the president, I can tell him, stop going to tell Wanjiku eti wale wenye wameshindwa kulipwa serikali itawalipia. That statement is making that SHA program looks like a charity program. That SHA looks like a, ukiambia mtu eti sasa hiyo kushindwa kulipa tutakulipia. Hakuna mtu mwenye, there is no provision saying that you will benefit if you're not paying even a shilling. No, hakuna provision kama hiyo. That you should not lie. I want to listen to this part. You've not registered to SHA, so you've not paid. You cannot benefit. That means testing tool to know how much people are supposed to pay, because now the premium is supposed to be paid according to what you can manage. That is the whole idea. But that tool to test how much you can is not there. Personally, I registered. My registration is halfway because I did all that, but they cannot tell me how much I need to pay. Come on. So if you can, some of us now have to opt for other insurance schemes, other health insurance schemes, so that you take care of your health, because the whole thing is going through a mess and you cannot lie to mwananchi about it. One thing I'm seeing is this. This dubious deal about 104 billion, the government seems to be dodging questions around it, because the whole thing, it was even single sourcing, so it was fraud. Number two, the president understands the problem is SHA is not working, but I think he's staying on a defensive edge because he doesn't want to be seen as if now this is a project that has collapsed. And they're surviving on a propaganda that, oh, let's hold it, it will work. It will work when? It is supposed to work. Health cannot wait. Kama mtu ni mgonjwa, mgonjwa hawezi ngoja, ugonjwa hawezi ngoja, SHA work ndio apone. Health is needed, and a healthy nation is what can feed this nation. Healthy people can feed its own nation. So we have a whole problem with this. Number three, the lie that government was going to pay for those who are unable is not there. They are supposed to put money in primary health care. If you check the document, if you check the data, the approximation of what they were supposed to put is not there. They were supposed to get grants, to inject grants in that SHA. No single grant. No one, and I'm wondering, even when they were thinking the whole thing, who is this donor who can go and pump money in a program like SHA? A program where government is paying someone for the ICT system, and the system, the government itself doesn't own it. So even, and then also, imagine they're supposed to pay it weekly for 10 years. Sasa ile kitu iko hapa ni, tunalipa hiyo system, lakini pesa yenye tunasanya haitoshi. You cannot sustain the lie. And that is why I think that senator is being heckled. Thank you.